Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Food Junkie coming at you with another video this afternoon. You saw the title. Let's talk about stunts and shows business. What's up, Rain, baby? How you doing? Hope everyone having a great day. Hope everyone had a great Monday. Um, this will be my last video. Talk about the situation in this subject. I'm talking about it because I'm hearing a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to me, and it seems as though people don't have a proper grasp of how things work in show business, how things work at the Oscars, how movies are promoted, and things of that nature. So, therefore, I'm here to just give you a little bit of insight of what's going on because that was a big part of my life when I was younger. And I kind of understand the business of show business. I'm not some big, huge Hollywood individual, but I do have friends who work in the industry. I did run in certain circles um, when I was younger in that industry was not, and I still have some connections within that industry. Be it what I do now, as far as fashion and things of that nature. So I kind of have a little insight of how things work, just a little bit, not much, just a very, 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 very tiny bit. And as always, people always say, "Well, y'all put it online, y'all put y'all comments and thoughts online, so therefore we have the right to talk about it." So here, this is me talking about opinions that I think are ill-informed, somewhat ignorant, and somewhat duff because people don't really want to listen or hear to what's out there and then come up with some logical conclusions. First and foremost, whoever gets offended gets offended. I really don't care. I don't have a dog in this fight, really, but at the same time, I'm tired of people putting out misinformation as though it is the proper information or it is the correct information or as it is the only information. It's not. Talking about the Chris Rock Will Smith situation, Oscars. I'm past the slap situation was not, but let's talk about all this. Oh, is it fake? Is it real? Was it just a promotional situation for a movie? This and third that individuals have not heard about. First of all, everyone heard of King Richard movie, and for those who don't know what the movie is about, it's not about domestic violence. It's not about protecting your wife. It's not about protecting, you know, what I'm saying, a woman. The King Richard movie. What's up, Miss Queenie, baby? How you doing? The King Richard movie is the story of Richard Williams. Richard Williams is the father of Venus and Serena Williams. The movie catalog how he took his children from the hard streets of Compton to place them in a position to be the most talented of their generation and many generations prior and future in a prestigious, predominantly white sport. What Richard Williams, had to go through in order for him to do that. How his tenacity, his mindset, his skill level took these two little black girls from the hard streets of Compton, where they practiced on glass tennis courts, to the world stage of tennis. What it took, the tenacity it took for him to do that. And how he protected them, his family, through that process. That's what the movie was about. The movie was not about him protecting a woman. Yes, two young women, his daughters, yes. But when Will Smith said that life imitating art, basically, he turned to that, it's about him protecting his family. That was the reference to. See, in this sector, in this mindset was not, I go crazy. Because what seems to be evident to me, what seems to be logical to me, what seems to be something that is inherent to me, the majority of people don't get it. They're looking for the mess. They're looking for the sensationalism. They're looking for let me get some clout off of this story, opposed to actually listening to what's actually going on. I've heard people say, oh, well, this is the way that he promoted this movie. because I never heard about it. Let me explain to you how the Oscars work, or how these award shows actually kind of work. The movie came out last year around this time. The Oscars was just Sunday. Every movie from yesterday that comes out until this same time next year, or until they start voting for these movies, are the movies that is going to be nominated for Oscars next year for 2023. Which means that that whole 9-month period, 12-month period, whatever it is, that the movies are coming out, is that time is when you promote your movie. Is that time when you are trying to get an Oscar bid for your performance, for your cinematography, for your being a director, for your songs, for whatever it is that you want to get an Oscar for. That's why you hear it says 2022 Oscars. It was all for the movies that came out and during 2021. So it wouldn't be a publicity stunt to promote a movie that came out a year ago. It wouldn't be a publicity stunt to try to get people to put eyes on your movie. Yes, it revitalizes the movie, but King Richard was a critically acclaimed smash and a box office smash. See, people get so caught up in the clout that people are trying to chase here in the sector of YouTube, as if they think that just because they haven't seen it or heard about it, it's not existent. It wasn't successful because they haven't heard about it. It wasn't meant for you because all you do is follow stuff on YouTube. All you do is follow behind content creators on YouTube who keeps up mess. That's why a lot of people who haven't heard of it, because all you do is have your head buried in this computer screen watching who said what about whom. You're not out there living in the world, understanding of the world, grasping of the world. Like I said, whoever gets offended gets offended. But all this ignorance that is being promoted on here, all the stupidity that is being lavished with clicks and views on here is deafening and ridiculous to me, because no one has a clear understanding of what really is going on, because they're not trying to understand what is going on. I'm not saying don't have commentary about what you want to have commentary about, but make sure it's solidified in some type of fact and understanding of said topic and subject. That's why the title. Let's talk about the stunts and shows of show business. Yes, there are plenty of stunts and shows in show business. There are plenty of little promotional things that people do in show business. Interviews, little tactics and things of that nature, promotional things to get people eyes on their projects. But what person at the level of a Will Smith and of a level of a Chris Rock, what would they get out of this? King Richard has already been in theaters, on streaming services, DVDs, Blu-rays. Now, if you would say that, okay, yeah, Will Smith did that, and Chris Rock agreed to it, and the Academy agreed to it, and directors agreed to it, and the audience agreed to it, everyone agreed to it, to promote the back-end deals, such as Blu-rays and things of that nature, streaming services was not, to big up that movie, then yeah, it would make sense. But what would Chris Rock get out of being slapped and humiliated on the global scale? What's in it for Chris Rock for him to agree to have that happen to him? What would be in it for Will Smith, who looks horrible right now, to do that just to promote a movie that was out over a year ago? See, when I say people are ignorant or stupid, when I call people stupid or what's not, I mean that. You're ignorant. You're stupid because you don't think past the nose on your face to logically make something make sense. It's all what you think. And your thinking is flawed. What's up, S. Hutchinson, baby? How you doing? It's so ridiculous that people really can't grasp the concepts of, okay, wow, this happened. Okay, let's move on. You're like a dog with a bone trying to get to the marrow of that bone, trying to get as much minerals out of that bone when the bone has ran dry and you don't make any sense. Now you're just chewing on the cement, looking for that imaginary bone that you once had. Of course it's not fake. It's not fake. It wasn't fake. But my thing is, people's coming up with these conspiracy theories of why it was and saying, oh, well, maybe it was because they wanted to promote this movie. The movie has already came out. The movie has had all as much publicity as it could have had. And King Richard never slapped anyone for talking about his wife. When Will said that he was trying to protect his family, if you have any type of concept of doing any kind of simple research, Will Smith's book that came out, what, a year and a half ago? Around the same time that King Richard came out? He talked about how he felt not being able to protect his mom when watching her being domestically violent, well, having domestic violence committed to her by her husband. He told you how weak he felt. He told you how he felt bad that he didn't protect Janet Hubert on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when she wanted more money for everyone on the show. So wanted to stage a walkout, and he didn't want to do that because he was afraid. How people have been making fun of him for years, picking on him for years, picking on his wife and family for years. Sometimes enough is just enough. Right. And Shelley, how long ago did you watch the movie? Was it recent because of this situation, or did you watch it because you knew of the story that it created? I just want people to get past their own thought process every once in a while. Critically think and ask themselves before they come on these cameras and start talking gibberish and blubbering like a blubbering idiot. Is my way of thinking conducive to the situation? Or am I just on camera just talking? It wasn't a publicity stunt. It wasn't fake. It happened. It's a tragic situation that happened. But yet, y'all like tragedy. That's why y'all are on here following every single video that someone's talking about someone else about. And the nonsense. Exactly. Long before this mess. So if you knew of the story, if you like Venus and Serena Williams and you admire where they came from, what they went through, that is the reason to watch the movie. That is the reason to try to understand who Richard Williams was, or is, I should say. That's what it is. Will Smith slapping someone on the Oscars isn't a reason to watch a movie. Who will sign on to that? Who will take on that liability? See, that's why I say I'm different than most people on here. Not better than anyone. I'm not better than anyone. So let me put that out there right now. I'm not better than anyone. I am different because I think differently. I may have a little bit of street mentality that I could tap into when I need to. But for the most part, I try to be logical. I try to think critically. I try to examine and analyze things critically. And there's nothing in what I have looked at, researched, heard about, read about, seen over the past times that this will make any kind of sense. It's a liability. What if Will Smith broke Chris Rock's jaw? You think he signed up for that? Oh, they're actors. They can play it off. Who wants to be played off by looking like a punk by being slapped in the face? An open hand slap, not a punch. Not a punch, but a slap. Y'all fail to realize also Will Smith trained for months to play Muhammad Ali in a very, very believable manner. He actually had to take up boxing. He had to actually take up how to throw a punch, how to land a punch, and stuff like that. Because if y'all actually watch a lot of these slides on a lot of these skills that people have, watch, he slapped him with his right hand. Look at what his left hand was doing. If you are a boxer or a fighter, look at what Will Smith's left hand was doing. It was up by his face, ready to block a punch. I'm just saying, like I said, y'all don't know who people are. Y'all don't know what's going on with people, what's not. When people tell you to leave them alone, or people, you know, saying brush you away or ignore you, that's a sign that they're getting ready to have enough. So if they do see you and you do say something that is uncalled for, it's on. I told y'all the story about me and my brother. When I wrote my book, my brother asked to live with me from wherever he was going through back home. I told him, if you come down here and stay with me, my home have rules, and these are the rules of my home. My brother wanted to get smart. Older brother, mind you, wanted to get smart. Oh, I ain't gonna do that. I do what I want to do. Okay, that's why you stay your ass where you are then. Oh, F you this, F you that. Okay, that's fine. I'll be all that. Next time I see you, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Okay, I'll wait on that for you. And I'm petty. Y'all know that. And I'm patient. So when my grandmother died, or passed away, I should say, all of us went to Chicago for my grandmother's funeral. I saw him. Still remember him saying next time he see me, he's going to whoop my ass. Okay, we'll see about that. So I'm there on the ready. I'm on the ready. Mind you, it's my grandma's funeral. We're going to the funeral now. My entire family's there. My mom is there. Aunts, uncles, everybody's there. And they were looking at me like, why are you acting that way towards him? And I said, well, because last time we spoke, he said he's going to whoop my ass next time he see me. I want to see that happen. I'm on the ready. Because regardless of what you may think of me or how I may look or how I may appear, I'm no punk by any means. He apologizes. He was going through something back in the day, was not this and the third. But my point is still, enough is enough. You're not going to threaten me. I don't care who you are. You're not going to offend me. I don't care who you are. And we be in the same room, and I'm not ready to do what I need to do to make sure that I walk away unscathed. Enough is enough. Y'all think roasting and gagging is cute and funny. It's cute and funny until you see me in person. It's cute and funny until we see each other in person, or you see someone in person. What's up, anything is, baby? How you doing? Roasting and gagging is all good. But like I always say, not everyone plays the same. Not everyone think what you're saying is funny. Your way of joking and playing may be different than my way of joking and playing. So if I ask someone to stop or someone gets enough is enough, anything may happen. Let me read what Shelly's saying. What's up, baby? What's up, people need to? Exactly. Exactly. Of course he was. Right. Of course, yeah. Chris, I mean, my thing is this, but people also don't really understand that since 2016, Chris Rock has been throwing digs at Jada and Will Smith. Do I think what Will Smith did was correct and right? No. Will I have done that? I don't know. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have walked up or something, but I probably would have said from the audience, keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. I would have said that definitely. If I found out my wife was upset and offended, I definitely would have said that from the audience. That I know what I would have said. But actually physically hit him, I don't think I would have done that. But I said I don't know. But I don't fault Will for doing it. After everything that Will's going through and went through was not, is no excuse. But at some point, enough is enough. And people really don't understand that. And now when y'all see that enough is enough, it's all these conspiracy theories. Why can't it just be what it is? He was fed up. He had enough. You offended him, his wife, for the last time. He wanted to show you that you're not going to keep on doing that. And what did Chris Rock say? I will. When he said, keep your name, my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth the second time, what did Chris Rock say? I will. Lesson learned. Lesson taught. End of discussion. End of story. Period. But it's not a conspiracy theory. It's not made up. It's not fake. It's not a promotional situation, because what is he promoting now? Another fight movie? Fight Club 2? What's up, you baby? How you doing? And everyone else in the chat, y'all, how y'all doing? I'm just tired of the ignorance. And we as a people, black people, or people of predominantly black people in this sector, needs to stop being so fucking ignorant and think beyond what our own understanding is. A lot of us don't have the capability of doing that. We're stuck in this one mindset of everything's about mess and sensationalism, because we're so trifling and so vindictive and deceitful and deceptive that we think that everyone else is. Everything else is, you know what I'm saying, for clout. Will Smith has enough clout. Chris Rock has enough clout. The Oscars has enough clout. So how is it that this is a publicity stunt to promote a movie that came out a year ago? You haven't heard about it recently because it was a year ago when they was doing the promotion for it. That's why you haven't heard about it. That's why you haven't seen anything on it. Because it's archived. The Oscars and all these award shows is for previous work, not upcoming work. The Oscars isn't a promotion for, you know, a project. The Oscars is the crescendo, the end of this project. Sorry, say project. I mean, damn, a little bit of insight, a little bit of knowledge about the subject matter goes a long, long way. And you don't sound as stupid or as ignorant as you sound when you're making all these videos about something you know nothing about. You don't know about the industry. You don't know how the industry works, because clearly you don't, because you're thinking that the Oscars is some type of promotional situation. It's not. The Oscars is the crescendo. The Oscars is the final call. Yeah, you may get a little bit more publicity if people are wondering about, you know what I'm saying, oh, I didn't catch that movie, or I didn't catch that performance, so let me go back and catch that performance. It's not, oh yeah, this is the beginning of this whole promotional thing. No, it's the end of it. The Oscar is the last award show of the award season. You done went past the Golden Globes, the SAG Awards, you know what I'm saying, the Emmys, all that. You done did all that already. The Oscars is the last, the biggest, the most coveted. It's like the period at the end of a sentence. That's what the Oscars is. So it's not a promotion. You may get a little bit more eyes and ears and views on your project, what's not, but other than that, it's done. The Soul Festival was that actually was the documentary that won by Questlove. Y'all don't even know who Questlove is. Y'all don't even know who The Roots is. Exactly, the icing on the cake. Exactly, View. Right, it's the icing on the cake. It's not the getting the ingredients ready. It's not the baking process. It's not the cooling down process. It's the icing on the cake. Everything is said and done. Now here's a piece of cake that you deserved for your performance. A lot of y'all worry about one thing was not, and the only reason why this is getting so much attention is not because y'all choose, not saying y'all, it is y'all, but we as the whole world is choosing to focus on that. And not on the fact that the Summer of Soul about some black musicians. See, y'all don't even know about that. Questlove with his project from The Roots, another like a Afro soul group. is not being highlighted because we're not highlighting it. It's not being talked about because we're not talking about it. We're still choosing to focus on the sensationalized violence that happened. If no one knows that Chris Rock was promoting the best documentary of the year, it's because we're not talking about it. Because we're not talking about that. People don't know that Questlove won his first Oscar as a musician from a group called The Roots, which is an underground Afro soul group. He also, what shows it? Jimmy Kimmel. He is the band leader for Jimmy Kimmel. Like I said, those things you should know if you're trying to have this conversation. The fact that the majority of people who talk about this don't know those things or haven't talked about those things, whose fault is it? It's the fault of the content creator who chooses not to extract real, genuine content from a situation. That's what makes me different than most. Yes, I'm talking about the big story, yeah, the slap heard across the world. But also, I'm going to put in or extract the small details and the minute details of that story that brings it to a different level. You may not like it. You may not understand it. You may think that I'm just full of shit, which is fine by me as well. I know I'm not. I know I actually have reference points. I also understand that I know the nuances of what's going on. So whoever wants to cuss me out and attempt to gag, and attempt to roast or whatever it can be, that's fine. But all that shows me is, like I said, you're ignorant and stupid. You can't comprehend what I'm saying and how I'm saying it and why I'm saying it. Because you're focusing on the insults. You're focusing on the fact that the word stupid and ignorant came out of my mouth. Not understanding why those words came out of my mouth, because what you've done and what you said and what you presented on here is just that. There's so much more. The reason why Will Packer's not getting his flowers, because we're not giving it to him. As the first black man to produce the Oscars, and it went off seemingly flawless besides that one incident, he's not getting his flowers because we're not giving it to him. We're focusing on the BS and the minutia. We're focusing on the nonsense, opposed of everything else that went off flawlessly. I hear what you're saying. And the thing is, baby, but that's not what this is about, though. I understand what you're saying completely, but that's not what this conversation is about right now. That conversation was had 2 days ago. The hypocrisy is, for me, and please don't be offended, sweetheart, but the hypocrisy is, for me, is that y'all say y'all want the bullshit and the nonsense and the dirt and the scandal and the destructiveness. Now that you see it, it's hypocrisy because it's Will Smith. For me, that's the hypocrisy. Good afternoon to you, baby. To me, that's a hypocrisy. You know, and there's no shade to you, but the hypocrisy is we promote and follow the bullshit and nonsense here on YouTube because it's within the safety of these screens. But when we actually see what could be the result of all the bullshit, all the bullying, all the beefing, all the back and forth talking, all the shade throwing, we want to say, oh my God, how dare he? Oh my God, it's the hypocrisy of it all. I think it's hypocritical for people to say they want something different, but all they do is watch and promote the bullshit on here. I posted a picture of food yesterday. I posted a small video of food yesterday. 100-something views on it. But when I'm cussing the motherfucker out and calling people by names and out their names, I'm getting 1,500 views on it. For me, that's hypocrisy. And I say it's nothing against you personally, baby, but it's just that when use the word hypocrisy without or hypocritical, whatever. I want them to see how everything that all of us do, even myself, could be looked at as hypocritical. I can't point out one man's hypocritical behavior or hypocritical actions without seeing the hypocritical actions that I've also done and partook in. That's what makes me different than most, because I can look at things that I've done and what I contribute to be hypocritical as well. Yes, I like a little sensationalism and mess, but at the same time, after a while, I'm going to try to point out the other aspects of it as well. Show you something different than just the mess. Help you understand the name Food Junkie is not just about giving you nourishments of actual food, but give you nourishments for something you can take with you, something you can chew on, something that you can think about. Hence the name Food Junkie. I love the double entendres that I put out there in the world. I love the fact that thank you, baby, can look in depth on a subject matter that may be riddled with mess and find something different and get you to see something from a different perspective, or at least try to. Thank you. It's called content. Yeah, we can all talk about the mess. We can all talk about the slapping under the, yeah, that's cute. What did you get from that? What did you learn from that? What did you see in that? What led up to that? Give people some context to your content. And that's the difference between some content creators and others. I can actually put some context to what I'm saying. I can actually give you a diversity of content to help you see things maybe slightly different than what you've seen it before. And that's the difference between me and most. All that yelling, cussing, and fussing and dragging was not, that gets old. That don't show that you're intelligent if you can't string two sentences together or two thoughts together in a coherent manner. It doesn't. You know, it's just like, I don't understand it. Like, at some point, we as hell, majority of us are grown and overgrown. Oh, view, you done said a word there, baby. Will that, all that screaming yelling, will that be your legacy here on YouTube? And like I said, I mean, it's not personal, so I'm not attacking anyone specifically. I just want us to do better. We are always saying, as a people, we're this, we're that, we're that. But you're contributing to the downfall. You're contributing to the negative stereotypes. Yes, that happened. People get slapped in the world. People get into fights in the world, verbally and physically. It happens in the world. Should it happen? No, but it does happen. Now, what have we learned from this? See, for me, the lesson that I learned from the slap heard across the world at the Oscars is keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth off of people. I've been saying since I've been on here on YouTube, you can tell a story without attacking someone, without belittling someone, without making someone feel bad or trying to build yourself up by bringing someone else down. You can do that without doing that. You can tell a story. I can talk about what happened here on YouTube and not put someone down. For example, no offense whatsoever to these people. It's not. I may like them. I may not like them. Who cares about my feelings to these people? But this is just a example of what I'm talking about. Kimmy and what's his name? Shit. Timothy Blaine. Prime example. Timothy don't know Kimmy. Kimmy knows of Timothy. Kimmy watched Timothy. Timothy doesn't know that Kimmy been on these YouTube streets for years. Now, mind you, she just recently got her own channel, but she's been on panels and talking on YouTube for years. He don't like what he perceived she said and or did to Bree, opposed to just talking about it. He chooses to cuss her out. He said he didn't cuss her out was not, but calling her all kind of bitches and fat this and that or whatever, and saying she's not cute or pretty was not. That's a cuss out to me. That's a cuss out to me. You don't know this lady. You don't know you don't know how long she been here. You don't even recognize. Good morning to you, Colette, baby. How you doing? You don't even recognize the fact that our first introduction to her was years ago over at Club Chat, where she told her domestic violence story when he was doing that domestic violence series. She was the first one to tell her story. You don't know that Bree talked about that not sounding true to her. You don't know that she went over to Bree's Chat and been on Bree's Chat for a year or so on her panel. Those things y'all not even, you wasn't even aware of. So you wanted to be part of the conversation, so you come on here and cusses her out. You ain't this, you fat too, and da da da, bitch this and bitch that, and da 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 da, rah 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 rah. It offends me because you're a bully, this and da 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 da. Okay, but when you've actually finally got the opportunity to talk with her and talk to her, now you got to eat crow because she wasn't this villain that you thought she was to you. That's just one example out of thousands of examples on here. Exactly, View. You know. So yeah, that's just one example of me saying that people, you know what I'm saying, need to be mindful about talking about a story without getting too involved in the story. You can be passionate. You can be, you know what I'm saying, want to be protective of and want to defend the honor of and all those things was that whatever. But at the same time, you need to be knowledgeable about what you're talking about. So in the end, you don't have all these apology videos, all these apologies out there. Because y'all know me, I do not apologize, nor do I accept apologies because you meant what you said when you said it. Because I know when I say something, I mean what I said when I said it. So why don't I expect the same thing from you? You know? But yeah, for me, that's the hypocrisy. That's the craziness. That's the mindset that drives me crazy on here. Like I said, I like y'all. I like everybody. I don't fuck with many people. It's not on a personal level because I see who y'all are. But I like everybody. I find something interesting in everyone's content, even if I don't fuck with you or don't like you as a individual person. If I think that your personality is flawed, I still can find something from what you do. You know, I can still find something in what you do and what you've said that I can learn from and I can take from. I don't have to be your best friend. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, be, you know what I'm saying, hee ha ha with you was not, or in your chat dropping down was not. I can just listen to the content and extract from it what I extract from it. That helps me be a better person or help me learn something or help me want to do some research on something. Y'all remember when I used to always say, eat the meat and spit out the bones? That's what I mean. I don't have to agree with every single word that comes out your mouth. I don't have to like you as a person. I don't have to want to go have, I'm saying, dinner with you or come bring you to my home to feed you. That's not what me liking you means. I can respect the fact that you have a difference of opinion of mine. I can still listen to you when I want to and don't have to drop down. And I can extract from what you say something that helps me be a better person, be it for you have enlightened me or be it me saying, oh, I don't want to appear that way. See, when I say I can learn something from people, from everybody, I don't always have to learn from the positive that you do. I can learn from the negative that you do. That's not how I want to be perceived. That's not how I want to look. That's not how I want to. That's a question. If you find okay, no, I got your question, sweetheart. If I'm see, the thing is, I try to speak with the information that I have at the time. So if the information that I have at the time is wrong and or flawed, I still meant what I said when I said it. So there's no need for me to apologize for me speaking or acting or reacting with the information that I had at that time. If that makes sense. So no, I will not apologize for what I said at that time. What I will do is show you changed behavior, show you a changed mindset, show you something different than what was. Will I acknowledge I didn't have all the information? Yes, I will acknowledge I have all the information at that time. And I will acknowledge it with words and with changed behavior. For example, y'all remember when James and I had our kerfuffle for a quick moment? I wasn't given all the correct information. So I responded. And Craig, that's your opinion, sweetheart. My thing is this. Well, back to my story, then I get to my thing. When I made the video, I didn't attack James. I thought I answered a question that he asked. I thought I answered a question that he asked. That was my intention. Now, how he took it was how he took it. And he responded. And then I responded. We didn't attack each other personally. We didn't attack each other physically. We didn't attack each other, you know what I'm saying, on here like that. We didn't call each other out each other's name. We kept to the situation. And we didn't talk for a minute. He didn't apologize to me. I didn't apologize to him. He understood where I was coming from. I understood why he did what he did. No apologies needed. And we're cool now. And to answer the thing that is a character flaw to you, what is a character flaw with me knowing who I am? Me acknowledging who I am and letting y'all know who I am, you either have the right to accept it or not accept it, like it or not like it. But reality is your opinion doesn't mean anything to me, especially if your opinion is something that is not at my heart. If my heart is not full of malice and ill intentions, was not, I'm just going by the information that I have. It is what it is. If you can't accept the fact that my form of apology is changed behavior, and that's a character flaw for you, then that mindset is a character flaw for me. You rather hear the words, oh, I'm sorry. You rather hear the words, oh, I apologize for, opposed to actually bearing witness to actual changed behavior. To me, that's a character flaw, if that makes sense. And this is not me trying to attack anyone specifically. It just is what it is. I know, baby. I got you. I was thinking more along the okay, hold on. In all honesty, what does an apology do for you? I personally, let me put that on screen so I can actually read it. Okay. What was it? I personally stop apologizing or stop accepting them, okay, because in a sense, that's what I just said. That's what I just said. I just said I don't apologize because whatever I said and did in that moment, I meant in that moment. Now, if I get different information and feel differently, I will show my sincereness by changed behavior. I can't call someone a fat, ugly bitch and their feelings got hurt. And next you know, I'm apologizing for it. If I think you're a fat, ugly bitch, it is what it is. Now, I cannot say it. I cannot put out there to in the universe, but my apology doesn't mean anything because your feelings got hurt. Your feelings will still be hurt by what I said. I meant it when I said it. It's either up to you to either, you know what I'm saying, accept that or not accept that. Now let me read this one right here. I was thinking more along. Damn it, let me put this up there so I can see this. I was thinking along. Let me explain something. Let me. That's a good one right there. I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying, baby. Let me get out of the story. When we lived in, my husband and I lived in Charlotte. We had the little verbal disagreement. A little verbal disagreement. He was mad because, of course, me being who I am, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say what I need to say. He was upset. He went to work. I went to work. On my way back home from work, I got into a car accident. When my car flipped over, ran into a pole, whatever, I walked away fine. I called him to let him know, baby, I was just in a car accident. I'm fine, but I may need a ride home. Now, what would y'all do? What would y'all do? Mind you, he's still mad because we got into an argument earlier that day. He was like, well, okay, I'll send someone to come pick you up. Okay. Okay. You still in your feelings about some bullshit that we got over. So, when everything calmed down, everything was cool, a day later or so, he comes to me and admit, I was mad, so that's why I didn't come pick you up. He admits that he was upset, so that's why he didn't come pick me up. And that was about 10 years ago. To this day, he's still trying to apologize for that situation. And when I think about it to this day, I still get pissed off. I could have been hurt severely. But you being petty and in your feelings about something that doesn't make sense, that you were wrong about, caused you to not come check and see if I was okay. What apology can be made to make me feel better? I'm asking. What apology can be made to me, even to this day, to make me feel better? Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. There's no apology that can be made to me because you was in your feelings, because I proved that you were wrong about something that was trivial, to where you will be so much in your feelings to where you will not allow me, but you will, stay at work while I could possibly be rushed to the hospital or have internal bleeding or whatever the case may be. I didn't, and I was fine. But who knows what could have happened? Oh no, it's not a personal judgment. The point is, it's just that for me, that's what I see with apologies. The apology is for you to get over your guilt or whatever you felt. I still, like I said, I love him to death, and I would do anything for him. And you know what I'm saying? He spoils me, I spoil him. But then that happened. There's nothing that you can say or do to change that happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold it against him. I don't hold it over his head. But I remember that's part of your personality to me now. When you're in your feelings, you won't put your feelings aside when something serious happens. And that doesn't mean I love you any less. It means that I now know who you are. I tell you all the time. What I look for in friendships is what I look for in a relationship. The difference is in my relationship was not I'm sexually attracted to you and I want to be with you and I want to grow and share with you. In friendships, that part of it is not there. But I look for the same trust, honesty, integrity, you know, saying willingness to forgive and sacrifice and all those things. And you can forgive somebody without them apologizing to you. It's shown by their behavior. Would you do this action again? If the same situation happened, would you do it again? And y'all, I was on here one time talking to y'all on my way home from work. Ran out of gas at 2:30 in the morning. He got out of bed, came and got me gas. So that showed that that to me is changed behavior. It wasn't call AAA. You got AAA. You got you know what I'm saying a car service you can do. He got out of bed and came and brought me gas. Enough gas for me to go get to a gas station and then get home. So yeah, it's stuff like that is what I look for, opposed to someone saying I'm sorry. Because you can say you're sorry. How many times have we heard people break up and make up here on these YouTube streets? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Next thing you know, they're doing the same thing to the same person, the same way. Yeah. So like I said, I'm not here to try to paint this picture of we're this perfect couple, we're this that. No, we have been through some shit. We have said some shit to each other. Well, no, I've said some shit to him. He told me how to fight because I was like y'all. I was definitely like y'all. I was loud, screaming, yelling was that, and that doesn't work with him. So I had to learn how to express myself in a different way, to communicate in a different way, so I can actually be heard. Right. For me, my like I said, we've grown together. Like I said, his way of communicating and talking was not my way. My way was like how y'all. That's what, and I come to y'all this way right here, how I am today, or how I've been since I've been on here was not because I was like that. I was like a lot of people on here was not thinking that screaming and yelling gets the point across. If I could cuss you out and make you feel bad was not, and dog you out and dog you down and this and the third, I won. And that's how him and I first started. I was that aggressive in your face, cussing, screaming, yelling, was not, you know what I'm saying, trying to make you feel bad about who you are, what you've told me, this and the other, and using things against you, things of that nature. I was that person. I realized in my relationship, well, this is a whole different topic now, y'all. But let's talk about it. I've learned by being with him, that's not, if you say that you care about somebody, what's not, if you say that you love somebody, whatever, that's not what you do. You need to, you know what I'm saying, look at how you are as an individual and ask yourself, are you willing to change? Are you willing to, you know what I'm saying, not stop being who you are, but adjust who you are to make the other person comfortable and happy and want to be around you and want to be with you. No one wants to be around someone who is nasty and negative all the time. And I'm big on communication, but my communicating style was different. My communicating style was to yell and scream and to fuss and cuss, opposed to actually stop and listen because I think really quickly. I like that. Everyone who knows me in my real life know like you always have something to say because I'm always thinking. I'm always having something to rebut if I want to. I had to learn to slow down and stop. Thank you. Being so silly. Yeah, and like I said, after that situation that happened, we really haven't had an argument. We have had disagreements, but we don't have arguments anymore because you know what I'm saying. I just I realize it's not worth it. I'm not trying to win anything. I'm not trying to win. And I think a lot of people on here, they're trying to win something. I've already won. I got the person that I want to be with. I am the person that I want to be. I have the lifestyle for now that I want. I'm not trying to win anything. So why am I fighting so hard? And that's what I see. I see a lot of stuff on here was not. I see like, what do you win? Like that's why I asked the question: what's the end game? What's the end game? I'm not trying to win anything. I'm not trying to win your approval. I'm not trying to win your friendship. I'm not trying to win your respect. So why am I fussing, fighting, and arguing with you for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 videos? I'm not trying to win. I've already won. I'm me. I am me. I will be happy. I will be content with who I am, how I am. And it's up to me to make sure that happens. It's not up to anyone else's approval. It's not up to anyone else's numbers or what they perceive as clout and things of that nature. It's not up to them. It's up to me. I'm happy with who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. Your opinion really doesn't mean anything to me. If you're not here to help and to ensure, you know what I'm saying, me having the best quality of life possible, then why are you here? Why are you trying to want me to argue with you? For what? Like I always said, what do I always say, you guys? You will still be you and I'll still be me. Period. So I don't care what you say. It's gonna be for your benefit, not for mine, because I don't care. Because while you still living the way you live, I'm gonna still live what I live. Eat my little stuffed grilled pork chops, my homemade dressing, and my green beans for lunch today when I go to work. And you could be foaming at the mouth and screaming at the top of your lungs, and I would still be just enjoying myself, luxuriating in the plate that I made for myself last night. Based on dinner I made for myself last night. But yeah, that's my whole point. My whole thing is, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna talk about, I forgot the T. I put leaves. I need to change that title. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Opposed to us talking about stuff that we have no idea of or not even trying to find out about, why not work on trying to be our best selves and be the best human beings that we are possible and put out some positive energy out there in the world? Put out some positive things out there in the world. Make sure that we are knowledgeable about what we're talking about. Make sure we understand the background and the backstory of what we're talking about so we can actually put some content out there and not always just the sensationalized mess that is called for from us. You're right about that. And the thing is, you're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. And they think that's the only way they can get attention. You're absolutely right about that. And that's why, and that right there is why I don't do apologies because words spoken cannot be unspoken. When you said something that was so egregious and so harmful and so hurtful, now you want to take it back but with an apology. Words can't be unheard. Words can't be unfelt. And the thing is, I know Deanna cusses like a whew, cusses up a storm, and it's hard. But you know Deanna on a personal level, as I do. That's not who she is. Well, it is who she is, but she also got to be pushed to be that person. You know what I'm saying? That person isn't all of us. She's just comfortable with that person being out there in the world every once in a while. And that's not a good thing or bad thing. It's just that's who she is, and I love her for that. And it's funny. Like I said, when she said you're walking around drinking nut and pissing out bastard, baby, that is a classic for me. I will forever use that and have that in my reservoir of reads and roasting gags if I want to talk to somebody who I think is a slut. Oh yeah, I'm still in that. I'm still in that. I'm definitely still in that. You know what I'm saying? Very, very smart, very sweet, very much so, very giving. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that she is smart and sharp, she can do that. You know what I'm saying? She can tap into that other aspect of her personality. Like I can. Like you can. Epic and awesome. Epic and awesome. They are. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that I be saying to myself that I don't bring onto this camera, that I'll be like, you know what, let me, because a lot of times I want to address a lot of people on here, a lot of people. And the things I be just put together in my mind, by the time I get ready to get on computer or on the phone, I already said it in my head already. So who cares if everyone else hear it? You know what I'm saying? Who cares if everyone else hear it? You know? I don't care if everyone else hear it. I already said it already to myself about them. And that's how I truly feel. So who cares if they know how I feel about them or not? Who cares? I don't care. I'm not like I said, I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to get the approval of, oh yeah, food can cuss so and so so and so out. I don't care about that. When I do it, I do it. When I don't, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all looking for approval. When I say y'all, I don't mean y'all specifically, but the people who, you know what I'm saying, think that, you know what I'm saying, that's the way to do it. Y'all looking for approval. I'm not. Mm-mm. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. There's other things I can be worried about. I'll come up with different ideas about recipes and fashion situations, color schemes and stuff like that. I don't have time to like. I'm not trying to win on YouTube with y'all in this sector. I'm trying to win in life. Hey, Rochelle, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? But yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna keep on. Like I said, why would I keep on addressing someone that I don't care for, that I have a low opinion about? I mean, really, why would I do that? Why would I keep addressing you back and forth when I have a low opinion about you? In my mind, in my eyes, that makes me just as low as I think you are. If that makes sense. I can't sit up here and be like, oh yeah, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, but yeah, I choose to still be in your company or still be around you. When I say I don't watch a lot of people on here, especially a lot of these new people that y'all be doing and all this stuff, like y'all be big up, big up, big up, sorry about that, tongue tied. Y'all be big up in these new people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're great. They're this and other. They got all these numbers. Great, great, great. I wish you well. All I see is clout chasing. You're gonna do what you think you need to do to get your numbers, and then you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, continue to fall into the same pattern of bad behavior as everyone else. So why do I need to be around you? Why do I need to get to know you? Why do I need to watch your commentary? Watch you say the same thing, give the same opinion about the same subjects. I don't care about your opinions. And there's no offense to anybody. Like I said, there's no offense to anybody, to anyone. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. If I mess with you, I mess with you. If I don't, I don't. It's nothing personal. Not everyone likes me. I don't care though. Not everyone's going to like me. I don't care though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to this well, end off where I began. We need to be able to actually have a conversation and give real context to the content that we're giving. If you're saying that it is a promotional stunt, I need you to be able to articulate what and who is going to get something out of a promotional stunt like this. A promotional stunt is to garner attention to something or for something. We're not talking about the movie King Richard. We're talking about the slap. And what grown man in their damn near late 40s, early 50s want to be known? Not a big person. What grown man wants to be known for being slapped? on national TV. I'm sorry, on worldwide TV. What grown man wants to be known for bitch slapping another man at a prestigious award show? Not saying a white award show, a prestigious award show. That's like you with a company. Just say you work for Apple or Google or shit AT&T, shit T-Mobile, one of the top 100 companies in the world, Coca-Cola, whatever it is. You're at the highest dinner possible, the highest award ceremony possible, where you're up for an award. And minutes before you go up to accept your award, you get into this altercation with someone at that award ceremony, at that award dinner. So let's think about it that way, y'all. Since a lot of people don't want to think outside the box, I'm going to give you the scenario. You're at a prestigious end of the year award dinner where you're up for an award. 30 minutes before you're up to accept your award, you get into this altercation. And then 30 minutes later, you go up to accept your award. After that, people are saying that y'all planned that to promote you getting an award. What kind of sense does it make? It doesn't make you look good, especially when they think about taking the award back. It doesn't make it look good. It's just, to me, not logical. Think about things like that. What if someone is? Um, I think a lot of things that are said on here, especially let's keep we're back to this again. Let's keep it to this sector on YouTube. I hear and see a lot of pain on here on YouTube. Right. It's been so fun, Miss Queen. So funny. It'll be interesting. So I'm saying funny. It's gonna be very interesting because I like his comedic style. But to answer his correct question and his comedic stylings, to answer the correct question, I think a lot of people say things on here because they are hurting. I think there's a lot of misguided, misplaced anger. So while a lot of people on here, back to the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing, say that Will may have been projecting because it wasn't about that comment specifically, it was about a compilation of things. I think that on here, it's not about the comments that is made on here specifically, especially when it's something light and very um not malicious. It's a compilation of everything. And it's that attitude and that mindset is, oh, I don't want to look weak. 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 So they're going to, right, Miss Queenie. Um, it's this whole thing of I don't want to look weak, so I'm just going to say the most harshest, rashest, disgusting, despicable things possible to show my strength, to show that I'm not scared, to show that, you know what I'm saying, I can be the man or the woman. You know what I'm saying, type of thing. So I think a lot of that is, you know, you're so silly. You know, right. You know what I'm saying? It's always about what I can say more salacious next. The big comeback, basically. So I don't care. The whole thing is, y'all know, people have said some shit about me that I really probably haven't heard, but part of it was malicious and crazy. And I really don't care. Because like I said, I'm not trying to win anything here on YouTube. I'm not trying to win the approval or admiration of anybody. What I'm doing is making sure that I can live with myself, making sure that I don't put things out there that can that I can't stand by, I should say. Because everything I put out here was not, I can stand by. Even the cuss outs of people was not, even the talking about people was not. Yes, everything I said, I can stand by. Because if you wouldn't have approached me, or if you wouldn't have came at me halfway sideways, if you wasn't trying me, it wouldn't have happened. I'm not out here just causing trouble. I'm not out here putting my name into stuff and putting my opinions into stuff to create a conflict, to create a beef. So whoever's beefing with me, they're beefing by themselves. So I'm not beefing with anyone on here. I don't know anyone on here well enough, what I'm saying, to beef with. And people that I do know well enough to beef with, we can talk about whatever we can talk about behind the scenes. Because I'm not with people just to have a beef for YouTube. I tell you how I feel about you, and move on. And it only takes 1 or 2 videos for me. It don't take me 10 videos to tell you how I feel about you. How many times can I say that I think you're stupid and no good and you're ridiculous? How many times can I tell you that I think that you are misinformed and, crazy as hell? How many different ways can I say that? I meant what I said. I think that you don't have common sense that God gave a turnip. I think that you need to work on your self-control issues. I think you need to work on stop being so invested into YouTube. You can get inspiration from YouTube, but yeah, when you are diving into it, there's nothing else for me to say to you about it. I already said it, you know? But yeah. But like I said, all these conspiracy theories, all these, well, this and the third, please get your facts straight. Please get your facts right. Please make sure that you understand what's going on. Make sure that is is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people who's going to try to use certain things that I said in here as a weapon, baby, you can't use it as a weapon against me. Like I said, every relationship goes through ups and downs. If you're in a true relationship, well, it's not. You have went through up and downs in a relationship. There are good things. There are bad things. There are things that will stick with you. That will be in the back of your mind until the day that you die. So, like I said, here's what it is. Like I said, people think that you can use something against somebody else not, but then yet expect what they say not to be used against you. Like, come on now. And like I said, whatever happened, we haven't had an incident in the past. What shit? I won't say damn. Like nothing like that again. But that was the first and last time that happened. But yeah, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People need to realize that. People grow. People actually, shit, that was a long time ago. Yeah, whatever. Well, yeah, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how people going to try to spin it. Oh well, he said that girl. Now what? There was no infidelity there. There was no craziness there. It was someone was mad because they was proven wrong. Shit happens. This is what happened again. What's that period for, Dot? What's that period for, Dot? What's that dot for, Miss Pam? Oh, period. I got it. Period. Bam. You said it. I didn't. But yeah. Y'all, so thank y'all so much for being here. I need to get myself together so I can get ready for work. And you know what I'm saying? I said, I mean, like once people learn how to be happy within themselves, that will exude, you know what I'm saying, out there for the world to see as well. All this extraness that people do and want to do and go by. I got it, baby. I got it. You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, nothing can be used that I've said, that I've told y'all that will ever hurt or harm me. It's not a Reed Wilson gag because regardless, I would rather live my life and be where I'm at than be where a lot of people are on here. Miserable, come on here for seeking attention, trying to win something, winning the approval of others. It is what it is. But yeah, like I said, before we start talking about the conspiracy theories and what this and what's that, make sure that we understand the stunts and shows of show business. You know what I'm saying? Because there are stunts shows out there, whatever. But at the same time, we need to be able to articulate what we're talking about and make it make sense. Period. Period. Yeah, I like that too. Let's go with that, V. Let's go with that. Boom. Period. But yeah, y'all, I love you guys so much for being here. As always, it's not important that I love you. It's more important that you love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and definitely respect someone else. If you haven't liked the video already, please like the video on the way out. I definitely appreciate it. And if you have any comments, questions, or no concerns, leave it in the comment section. Until next time, y'all, I'm out. You is so silly. Dot, 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 dot. Period. Bye, y'all. Love you. Peace. Have a great day.